This is a Singer Featherweight II, model 117. Singer, took the Featherweight name and put it on a couple of small portable machines in the 80s and 90s. I don't actually remember when this was made, but the idea is there that it be a small, super portable machine. Unfortunately, the real winning part of the Featherweight is that it was, full cast aluminum and made with the ridiculous amounts of metal that older machines had in them. So this newer style, while handy little machines, have plastic in them, so they're never gonna last as long as the old metal machines will if they're mistreated. So we got our top loading bobbin case to lift out here. This one looks okay, so that's good. No scratches or cuts in that. This machine is very filthy, which you gotta remember to clean your machine. Look at all that. All from under the bobbin case. So no wonder this machine won't stitch. But I'm going to finish getting all the screws out and completely open this up, because a machine, any of these modern machines that are more than 10 years old, if you're unsure of how long they've been without getting used or oiled or anything, it's best to just open them all the way up, get the case off, get in there, and make sure that there's fresh oil and grease on everything, because they were sealed up. And I'm gonna guess that this clamping screw here, and I took that one out of the front. There's a screw under this handle. And a screw on the back of the cover here for the front, so that nose cover would cover that screw. Lay it on its back here. And these two screws clamp the halves of the case together. And I'm going to try. Okay, so these screws only hold that leg on, they don't connect to anything, because I can lift like so. Oh, and there's a sticker here. Reduce movement, reduce risk of injury. And that sticker is right on the seam, so we'll just slice that sticker to get the case open. Never had one of these apart, so I need to make sure that I don't miss any screws as I'm working here, but pulling that's what I forgot to do. There's no screw on this knob, so it's got to pop off. Oh wait, no. It's not through the case, so it might be screwed on the inside. Alright, let's try again here. On all of these, the first question is which direction does the case come apart? Because typically one direction or the other has to. Alright. I didn't think this had to come out, but I'm going to remove it just in case there's something hanging up on this support. Nope. Didn't have to remove that, but there we go. There's our pop. And it looks like this machine, the front comes off first, so we'll clean in there. And the other issue I noticed with this machine when I was turning it around is the socket for the plug is pushed in there, so I'm gonna have to pull the socket out, figure out what happened with that. But with the front off, time to look and see if there's a secret screw holding the back on. Aha, there it is. One screw on the end hidden under here. There we go. Now, and is there another screw hiding in there? Oh, another screw right here holding the back on. Oh, that was it. Not another. Oh. And this hole down here has a clamping screw hiding it. Okay. Now we should be good. Okay, so the back case had this screw and that screw and that screw keeping the back on. So clean that out as we go. More fuzz coming out of there. But we can look and see the whole mechanism in here. Honestly, not a badly built little machine for the age and style. There's the screw we dropped. I gotta finish getting all the fuzz out of here. And then I'll have to remove this socket to see if I can get that socket repaired. See him looking in on the needle bar crank, and there's thread wrapped around in there. So whenever you're cleaning a machine, gotta find those threads that got wrapped around inside the machine while you were sewing too fast and broke your thread, and then ran the machine a little bit over the edge with a broken thread, and it whipped around inside there and ended up wound up in here. So I'm going to finish getting that out. When this is really bad, sometimes you have to dig deeper, but I think I can get in there with my tweezers and get that removed. And yeah. Once I've got all the thread out of the front of this machine, I'll get that control box taken off and looked at. Alright, so this controller box with the jammed in socket, it's got, I think, two screws here holding it to the main body of the machine. And then these two screws are loose. Now this controller body can come out, or socket body can come out. And let's see now. Rotate it around. It's got two screws holding the cover on. These are threaded plastic screws, so we'll have to be careful to put those back in properly. And with the back off of this socket, oh, I thought that socket was punched deep in there, but it is not. It's just held that. It's just held that far inside the machine. That is interesting. Alright, well, I thought that looked like it had been damaged, but it is not damaged, so we just need to put it back together. And usually when you see a machine with a socket punched that far deep, it's because somebody jammed it and it broke. But I guess this one is designed to be that far in. Alright, well, I'm going to put this back on since we know that that socket is okay.